So a couple weeks ago, something really, really cool happened. Really cool. I got emailed a couple weeks ago. Something really, really cool happened. Really cool. I received an email from an author that contained a free copy of one of her books. That author being Barbara Avon, who sent me a copy of Sacrilege, one of her books that she's written. Obviously, duh, she's the author. But that is cool for a multitude of different reasons. One of the biggest reasons why I think it's cool is because, well, I'm not the biggest channel out here in these streets, nor do I think my videos are the best. And I do appreciate all you guys who have subscribed and watched the videos and all that. Hopefully, I believe I'm getting better at this stuff each video at a time, but still, I am humble and I very much know I'm not the best out here, but I appreciate you guys. So I got an email from Barbara. She sent me a copy of Sacrilege. Now, I'm going to be honest. First time that when I first opened the email, I thought it was a scam. And I was like, okay, somebody's trying to scam me here. I don't know what this is. I didn't expect to get anything like that, but it was legit. And well, this video is kind of me talking about Sacrilege, the book that I did receive for free, by the way, by Barbara Avon. However, even with that being said, I am still planning on being 100% honest with you guys, just like every other book that I've ever read and talked about on this channel. Now, Sacrilege. Let's get the tough part out the way first, or the most important part. Probably not the tough part, just the most important part. Did I like or dislike the book? Well, I'm here today to let you know that I did like the book. I very much did like Sacrilege. When I first got the email from Barbara, I opened up the PDF file or PDF version of it, the online version, and I started reading it. And I was reading it. I just kept reading, and I stopped at like page 25. And I was like, wow, this is cool. Sacrilege is a shorter story. So if some of you guys aren't too big of a fans of super long novels, or you have a busy life, I am a full-time teacher. I have a bunch of things to do before the end of the semester. I don't have time right now to read every single book or to just chill and read. I'm just busy. So if you're busy like me, or you got life in the way, Sacrilege is a pretty short read. At most, it'd probably take you guys like a week at most if you're really reading it slow, or for some of you, it'll take 2 to 3 days. And I really enjoyed that about the book, because one of the biggest things when it comes to books that I've read recently, semi-recently, is that it always feels like the book doesn't know when to end. What I mean by that is that, well, Sacrilege does not overstay its welcome. It starts, it goes through, and it finishes. It is a very concise story. There's no fluff. There's no just added extra things. I very much appreciate that, especially after reading Tender is the Flesh, a book that I just wanted to stop reading altogether with. I very much appreciate Sacrilege's, or the way that the story is paced with Sacrilege. It has really one main character, or two, depending on the way you want to view it. One main character named Corelli, who essentially is a ex-priest. He is a recent ex-priest. It's not really spoilers. The book starts off as like the first 2 pages. Essentially, Corelli, he just left the Catholic Church. Like, he throws his cross or his collar in the dirt mud, and he is dealing with him leaving the church, dealing with his feelings of leaving the church, of why he left the church, and how he wants to live his life after. And this whole story takes place at this inn. There is a correct word for this place, but I'm just going to call it the inn. And at the end, it's ran by this woman named Jules, who is essentially like the secondary character within the book. She is the owner of this inn. And most of the story itself does have to do with Corelli and his struggles with leaving the church, him fighting his own demons, for instance, like him drinking alcohol, him being a priest, like, no, I cannot drink alcohol, I'll take a Coke, stuff like that. And there are things that happen at this inn and around the inn itself, especially towards like a little bit past midway from the actual novel. Something big happened and it was a big shocker. And then towards the end of the novel, something very cool happens and it ties the whole story back together. It kind of reminded me of a play. Like, I can very much see Sacrilege being a play on Broadway. The imagery that is given is very play-like. Like, I was able to imagine everything each time or each word that I read. And I appreciate that imagery, being able to see where I'm at, be able to know the characters. The book itself, I believe it's labeled as a horror book, but I don't really consider it horror. I wouldn't consider it horror really at all. So if you're not a fan of the spooky, then I'd say you can read it. Or if you are a fan of the spooky, it's not really horror-esque, although the name and cover might make you think it's very horror-ish. It's truly not. It does have some, most of the horror has to do with Corelli himself, and he's fighting his own stuff with the church. I know I keep saying that, but that's like the scary spooky. I don't know how to put it. I don't consider it spooky at all, or scary, but I believe that is what it's labeled. I could be wrong, but I believe that is like the genre it's under. So I would consider it that, though. Overall, though, I very much enjoyed Sacrilege. I definitely would recommend it to other people. It was a short read. I appreciated it a lot. And once again, full disclosure, I did get the copy of the book for free. But even with that being said, yes, I did enjoy the book. I did legitimately enjoy the book. I do recommend it to you guys if you're looking for a shorter read and more concise. If you just want to get back into reading and you're looking for something different, I recommend it. What I really think was really cool is that I haven't really read any books from like smaller authors. All the books I've read are very established people, are established books. Not saying that Barbara is not established at all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is very mainstream, I guess to say. I've been consuming like the Katy Perry and the Taylor Swift music instead of listening to, I don't know, like the indie rock, like Pine Grove before Pine Grove became big through TikTok. Or is it Pine Grove? You get the point. I'm not getting anything from this either, but if you are interested in the book or if you're interested in a copy, if you do want to check it out, I'll leave a link to it at the bottom of this video. Once again, I wasn't asked to do any of that either. I just want to do it. I enjoyed the book. So, yeah. So, full disclosure, I'm not being asked to do that. But yeah, so if you want to read Sacrilege, if you're interested, I'll leave a link at the bottom of this video, a copy to the Amazon link that will allow you to go purchase the book, if you so please to do so. It's a holiday season, and maybe you want to buy somebody a book, because reading is important, and we should be reading more books in our society.